right, everyone. So it's flying season and it's also air show season, right? So coming up very soon is Sun and Fun 2024. And I'm bringing on Anitra today to discuss some of the stuff that's been going on for a couple years now, but Sun and Fun is really diving in and investing into the STOL side of aviation. And Anitra has been a part of that for several years now, but is really heading that up this year. So Anitra, introduce yourself and we'll get into what's going on over there.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, I'm Anitra Goddard, and I am the STOL chairman for Sun and Fun. I have been since 2020, and really exciting. I'm at Sun and Fun now. I'm in the Florida Air Museum right now, as you can see behind me. I have just gotten a lot of approvals from the air show director. Um, the STOL area this year is going to. We have our own area. We've been relocated. We are the Bush Wheel Base Camp, and that's where all the STOL Invitational pilots are going to be parked during the day, along with all of the other Bush planes that are coming as just general aircraft parking. We all get to park as a group, and so that's very exciting. We're going to be located at the corner of Echo One and James C. Ray, basically in front of the NOAA building and across from the island. And we just have so many cool activities planned for that area this year.
Awesome. Happy to hear that. So just to clarify for everybody where this is, if you're familiar with the Lakeland Aero Club, which is where the high school students have all those projects going on and the hangar doors are always open so you can see what's going on in there. And they've also hosted some dinners and so forth inside the hangar. It's the complete opposite end of the runway from where that building is. In fact, if you're
Mhm.
watching the STOL competition the previous years, you could see some aircraft taxiing around behind the fence. It's over in that general area, correct, Anitra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, literally are across from the NOAA building, just across Echo One,
And
right
not only
there.
are you going to have, as you mentioned, the Bush Wheel Base Camp, which I love that, by the way. It's an awesome name. It's going to be basically static parking for all Bush aircraft that are participating or not participating in this.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, so it's really cool. This will be the first year that backcountry aircraft have had their designated area. We were in here already talking about 2025. It's so cool because the administration here at Sun and Fun is already forward thinking the next year. And I told him I believe that, between my partnerships with people like you and some of the other prominent people in the stolen backcountry flying community, I said, how many do you want? I believe we can fill this area up. So we're already talking about expanding for 2025. So it's pretty cool. I'm very excited about it if you can't tell.
I can tell. It's awesome. Well, we need somebody to help push that there, and I appreciate your efforts in the last several years being out there. And it's a lot of work, boots on the ground, to get this stuff coordinated, all the different people you have to talk to, and the red tape and all that kind of stuff. So and I don't think they or previous years really appreciated how much this is kind of gaining traction. And I think this year they're going to be doing a little bit better job of advertising it, not only before the show, but during of when the scheduled time is. Like, didn't you say that they've actually designated an area on their website?
Yeah, I mean, it's in the easiest way to find it at sunandfun.org is go to sunandfun.org, click the search button and just punch in STOL. And you'll find all the information in the schedule about the STOL Invitational, and as well as some of the activities we have going on in the Bushwell Base Camp. But again, I'm at Sun and Fun today, and we have had a ton of approvals of some requests I had for the area. So we are also getting just a Bushwheel Base Camp page that will be going up in the next week. That'll have the schedule of activities that are going on in the base camp, because the Invitational is part of the Sunset Aerial Circus, and that's one thing. But the culture and the activities that we're doing in the base camp is kind of another. So very cool. We've got meet and greets. We have a 40 by 40 forums tent. So we're going to be having backcountry and STOL related forums going on out there, not just from the pilots, but if there's any manufacturers or brands or anything that are in this space that we now have forums slots available for them.
Good,
Uh,
good. So just
yeah.
to give people an idea of what to expect, This is slated for Tuesday and Thursday and Friday evening, correct?
The Invitational is that is happening at 826, the runway, the grass strip out in Paradise City. That is going to happen. Yeah, that would be Tuesday, April 9th, Thursday, April 10th, and Friday, April 11th. And
Like
we
right
are
before
the
sunset type
right.
timing?
Yep, that's right. And there's like a flyover, a really quick opening ceremony, and then we're the first slated to fly for obvious reasons. And we fly for approximately 40 minutes.
Good, good. And in previous years, we've had a pretty good crowd line. They are interested in watching this, which always makes it even more fun. Everybody getting excited about the planes taking on and off and so forth. Is it going to be I assume probably like the Lakeland Aero Club helping run the show out there on the runway again and marking um is it going to be any type of measuring, or this is just basically a showcase of the STOL aircraft landing taking off?
It so we already have designated volunteers slated to do that, and those are people that have either pilots that have either competed in like the National STOL Series that are volunteering that are not flying in the Invitational this year, or past Invitational pilots. So people that are already in the space are designated for that. And yes, we are measuring. I just ordered my uh, distance markers from the Sun and Fun sign shop. So yesterday. So
Awesome.
that's cool. They've got a sign shop right here on site, and it's so cool because I've got signs going up all over this campus about the STOL Invitational and how to get to it and what the schedule is that are going to be all over at the main side of the expo.
Nice. And after this is over, there's an after party, right? You're saying pretty much every evening you've got something set up, whether it's a dinner or meet and greet, whatnot, after this is over with to hang out there in the Bush
Mhm.
Wheel base camp to rub elbows and shoulders and talk shop.
Yep, absolutely. So every night we are going to have a Rummarita night. We are having a jump
A runarita?
Rummarita. Yes.
Rumarita. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're doing a Rummarita night. We're looking to get rum. So if anybody's been to Swamp Stole and the Rummaritas that they serve at Swamp Stole, Matthew Peterson's coming down, and we're going to bring a bunch of Bayou rum down from
Uh-oh.
Louisiana after Swamp Stole because they're just 2 weeks apart. So we're going to have a Rummarita night and a jambalaya night. Matt, we're going to have enough jambalaya to cook for about 250 people.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're going to have a picking and grinning night with the usual suspects, Levi Noguez, Matt Peterson, Robbie Staten. We may have a special celebrity guest picker that I didn't know was a picker and I can't confirm yet, but
All the
uh,
usual suspects, huh?
yeah, and it's going to be really cool. There's just literally something every day. And then the mornings, we're having forums, meet and greets. We fly in the afternoon between briefings starting at 5, and then we want to keep the guys' heads and gal. Katie Wado's flying. We want their head clear. We don't want them distracted between the briefing and getting their airplanes ready and dialed in on the nights that we fly. So we're going to have those times blocked off. But after the sunset show, then our little area will kick off.
Nice, nice. Now, is there still opportunity to do any sponsorship with this, or is that the slots already filled up through Sun and Fun?
No, there is. We have a real need for sponsorship for our area. All of these big changes were literally just approved about an hour before I hop on this phone call. So again, the administrative staff here has been incredibly accommodating and empowering for me to really do something with this area. And the amount of space that we have to work with was just doubled.
All right, I'm gonna pop in here real quick to talk about our sponsors. As you know, I can't do this all on my own. We got to have somebody to help fuel that truck. We try really hard to work with sponsors that provide a good service and a good quality product. So let's talk about those guys right now. Dynon Avionics at Dynon.com, the premier provider of glass panel avionics systems for experimental and light sport aircraft. Wide Open Door Company at WideOpenDoorCo.com, your premier destination for high-quality doors, including aircraft hangar doors. Warp Drive Propellers at WarpDriveInc.com, providing quality, solid carbon fiber propellers for many light sport and experimental aircraft. South Mississippi Light Aircraft at flysmla.com, an independent master repair center and a training facility for Rotax engines. Edge Performance at edgeperformance.no, specializing in fuel injection conversions, performance upgrades, and complete engines for your aircraft. Pioneer Control Grips at pioneercontrolgrips.com. Comfort, convenience, and style. Handcrafted custom wooden grips with many styles to choose from. And visit our website at experimentalaircraftchannel.com for new videos and easy-to-navigate playlists and so much more. Speaking of fueling that truck, if you guys want to join us on our Patreon page, become patrons of this channel, just search on Patreon for Experimental Aircraft Channel. Sign up at several different levels, and at certain levels we even have scheduled video meetings once a month. So check that out.
So
I assume people that are flying in and with a bush plane, I think Sun 'n Fun always offers pretty much underwing camping for people who fly in. I assume that's gonna be the same in this area as well.
you know what? Let me double check and confirm before I say yes on the camping portion of it. I assume that that's gonna happen. That was what I was planning on doing
Okay.
with the volunteers that were already planning to stay in the bush camp and those pilots that do not have other accommodations. We were just gonna underwing camp right there. I mean, it is the Bushwell base camp, so
Yeah, I mean,
I
true
think
bush
that
pilots sleep under their wings all the time. So, you know,
so we'll have all that information up when the webpage goes up. Again, my head's still spinning from all of these approvals, so I have a lot to do now. I just made a lot of work for myself.
you're a victim of your own success. Well, we appreciate you. Appreciate your efforts out there.
So yeah, it's exciting. I think one of the most exciting things that happened for me today, also earlier before I got to Sun and Fun, is I forgot I'm very well connected here. So fun fact about me, I was born in Lakeland, and when I was born, my father worked at the Piper plant when it was here. So this
No
is my
way.
yeah. In fact, it goes back even further. My grandfather, who was from Detroit, Michigan, and retired a lieutenant colonel from the United States Air Force, was at Lakeland when it was a military base, and he was here training in T-6s for World War II.
Wow. That's
My
really come a long
grandmother,
way since then, huh?
well, it gets even funny, right? Because my grandmother, who lived in Miami, just happened to be in Lakeland for something. She met my maternal grandparents, met while my grandfather was here training.
Wow.
And then coincidentally, I was born here. My parents ended up here. There's no
So,
neither
so
one
let
of them.
me
It's
ask
so
you,
strange.
were you conceived at the airport too?
I do not know where I was. I don't know that question, but the answer to that question. But so
All right.
because
Well,
of that,
Anita,
well, I digress. But
yeah.
the so I'm very well connected here. And I was on the phone with my sister and found out that my nephew fifth grade class has a field trip planned here. So now I'm coordinating with the Polk County School Board. I'm probably just 2 class field trips for this year because I don't want to get overwhelmed with it. But 2 fifth grade classes, we're going to coordinate to have the pilots buy their airplanes and get the kids out specifically to the Bushwell base camp and let them get in the airplanes and stand on the tires and talk to the pilots. And we'll have posters and stickers and do what we do, which is inspire the next generation of aviation.
Good job. Good job. All right. Well, thanks for jumping on here real quick and explaining what's going on. I'm looking forward to it. This is like one of the shortest drives for a big event for me being in Florida. So I really enjoy that. But it's a good time, and Son of Fun has some new leadership, new ideas. So I'm looking forward to seeing the progression through their eyes of what an air show is supposed to look like. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm real impressed with them. I really am. I think it's going to be awesome, and it being the 50th, it's so special.
All right, everybody. So yeah, head on over to, I think it's sunandfun.org
Mhm.
to check out their website. Go ahead and buy tickets in advance, camping, all that good stuff there. There's a really good air show lineup this year. They're doing an after show, if you will, in the evening. So don't stick around, or stick around for don't just like jump in your car, your plane, and leave. Stick around for when it gets dark, because things happen after the show, and that's really kind of how aviation works. Like it's all fun and game during the day, and all the different vendors and out there at their booths, and they're working to, you know, inform you and educate you on aviation and different products. But after that's over with, the real conversations seem to start up, and it's a lot of fun. So I invite you to
Yeah.
hang out afterwards into the evening. Go check out this first ever Bush Wheel base camp. It's going to have something going on every evening. Get a chance to talk to these pilots that you've seen over the past couple of years competing in national STOL and STOL drag and all these different competitions. They're going to be there, and you can ask them questions and just get to know them as a person. So
Yes.
yeah, we'll probably do another update as we get closer to Sun and Fun. But in the meantime, we'll have more and more on our channel here with things to come.